Can you guys hear me? Should be okay now. Welcome back to Billions Club, guys. Welcome on today's live stream. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna analyze current market situation, what we are expecting from BTC, EURUSD, and a gold chart. I'm currently sitting in a BTC USD position. So I'll show you what is my plan, what is the TP level that I'm looking for, and basically overall the profit that I am in currently, and what we can expect overall from the market this week, especially today, this morning session. So without any further ado, let's jump right into it. Let me just check if everything is running. Yes, you can hear me, you can see me. We got 12 people watching, so let's jump right into it. I'm just gonna put this to the right side and we can start with today's live trading session. So we're gonna start covering BTC chart. I wanna break down where we are right now and what we can expect from BTC in the upcoming hours/days, because we basically breached through a very important low, which we're gonna cover together. I'll show you what is my plan overall. But we are bouncing from this level that I was posting on Sunday in FTA, or Sunday Focus. So this one reacting pretty well out of here. The expectation that I have for BTC for upcoming, let's say, 2 days, I'm looking for a move to the upside. But let me break down to you where are the zones that we are paying attention to, what is the most important zone on BTC chart, and where it's very likely that we're gonna retest this zone. $15-minute time frame. I'm gonna pay attention to this bigger supply zone. Why? Well, a few reasons. We've basically mitigated this one already, so this was the correct supply, but that one is mitigated on this week, right? This one also mitigated. So really the only unmitigated zone is basically this one right here, and most importantly, this fair value gap up here. So this fair value gap now becomes a very important zone on the chart. So what I'm expecting overall, what is very likely to happen here? Well, we're gonna analyze the order flow a bit. Let's do it right now. So I'm gonna pay attention to net longs, net shorts. I wanna see which side or what side is being more aggressive here, basically. As you can see, we got plenty of new shorts stepping in on this movement down. So specifically these candles are full of shorts right here. As you can see right there. Plenty of new shorts stepping in. We got some longs also out of this low here, basically. So there will be some long side liquidity. But most importantly, we got plenty of new shorts above this high. So I'll be looking to take out this high basically either today or tomorrow. Overall target would be move like this. Hitting this high, then potentially coming lower. So let's just set alerts to these levels. So this is gonna be TP. Let me show you the current position that I have. I got an entry right here. If I'm gonna place stop loss below the low, it's gonna give me around to risk to reward. All right, so the risk to reward is not good at all, hands down. Still, the trade is valid, and I'm gonna take it, or I'm gonna stick to it basically. The plan that I can potentially use here, and most likely I will execute this way, is that I'll wait for coming up here, spending some time above the high here, and we'll see if we will get, for example, swing failure pattern, or we will blast through the level. If we will blast through it, then I can hold onto a trade up to these highs here, because these highs are very, very likely to get tested again. Let me break down why. We can start on 4-hour time frame. There is a big supply. It's basically buy to sell candle. So right here, this becomes a very, very important supply zone, which is very likely to be tested. And this gives you absolutely different trade, because if you're gonna extend it up to here, you have around 4 risk to reward. So instead of making 2%, you can make 4% on one position basically. So you can basically pass half of the challenge with one trade, which, by the way, small tip for you, if you are planning to start a Billions Club challenge or any other Pro Firm challenge, it doesn't really matter. The thing that I would suggest you is try to target high risk to reward trades, especially from the start. Because if you can hit like a very good trade from the start, then from psychology perspective, it's going to be much easier throughout the challenge journey than if you will do small trades. Because, you know, once you hit that one big trade, risking small amount, which can be 1%, 2% for example, with 2% risk, you can literally pass the whole challenge in one trade. So try to aim for high risk to reward trades. If you don't have any, since we Billions Club, we don't have any time limit, you can literally be waiting patiently for your best trade for weeks or months. So wait for the best potential trade. Once it's here, then execute and aim for the high risk to reward trades. That would be like a small suggestion that I have for you. If you are complete beginner and you are starting with pro firms. So what it basically means, if you are really brand new and you don't really know what the risk to reward is, well, to simplify this as much as possible, basically you are trying to risk, let's say, $1,000 in order to make $4,000. You see the difference. Instead of, you know, risking 1,000 to make whatever it is, 800, 1,000, 2,000, you are risking this amount to make 4 times more, 3 times more, 3.5 times more. That's usually where my risk to reward is, around 3.5 to 4 on good trades. So try to use this approach, and this itself can literally help you with passing the whole challenge, because it's not all about the strategy, it's not all about the entries you will get, it's all about how you're gonna manage the money on the account, how you're gonna manage emotions, how you're gonna do a risk management. Then obviously entries are very, very important, but you can literally pass the evaluation process with basically every single challenge that we offer. Oh, sorry, with basically every single strategy. I said it wrongly. You can basically pass any challenge that we offer with any single strategy. It doesn't really matter. It's all about the risk management, it's all about the money management, and the approach that you will use in the market is not that important in the end. I said it last time, I'm gonna say it again, I'm not gonna be answering the check text or check comments. We are doing everything in English here on Billions Club, so please, if you are commenting below the streams, then use English only. Someone was asking, do you think this can look like deviation SFP lows into the naked POC and then quick squeeze? I guess you mean, let's go down to 1 hour. Where is the naked POC? Just wondering. Do we have any? Okay, so naked POC was here. This one was stepped absolutely perfectly. Pretty strong move out of it. Do you think this can look like deviation, SFP loss to the naked POC and then quick squeeze? So do you mean something like this? SFP of the low and then come in higher? If so, then yes, this is absolutely possible. Is it more likely than going straight away here? Very hard to tell, to be honest, but could be the case, obviously. But if you look at the chart this way, we basically got plenty of the highs here that are untapped still. Around like 30,400, basically for our chart. So I wouldn't be surprised if we can run this trade all the way up here to get like 8 risk to reward. I know it may sound crazy, but there is plenty of liquidity sitting above these highs, these equal highs, which from the market structure perspective, we get an IBOS. Which leads you internal high, and now this is going to be an internal low. I'm waiting for the best setup, and I'm going to try past the second phase in 1 or 2 trades. Yes, this is what I would recommend you. It's much easier from the psychology perspective. And since in a second phase we have only 5% profit target, I can almost guarantee you that you'll be able to pass it if you will target for the best potential trade, the first one, from the start of the challenge. And then you will just try to aim for the high risk to reward. Alrighty, let me show you what I'm expecting on gold chart. Gold is a bit more interesting to me. So yesterday I was looking for this trade, but as you know, I'm not trading gold still. So I would have got stopped out again. So good decision in the end. Anyway, for our chart, if we gonna zoom out a bit, then we still got a strong low all the way down here, and this is now becomes an internal low. So we are still around the very, very, very important support, and gold chart immediately becomes more bullish to me once we are hitting this level. The important thing is that we haven't reclaimed the internal high that is formed right here. And one could say this is an internal structure, basically like these mini lows here. Personally, I would view this as an internal high. Definitely more important level, and we got an internal low down there. This is how I would view the current structure on a BTC chart. Sorry, on gold chart, obviously. This is going to be a supply, very important. If we can reclaim this level, then most likely we are overall going higher. So remember my words, what I'm expecting on gold. If we can blast through this box, I would be looking for acceptance above the level here. If we can get the acceptance, then look for hitting local demand and potentially going all the way higher here. Yeah, exactly. Yes, this is my approach that I use. Basically, trying to target high risk reward trades when when I'm in an evaluation phase. All right, EU chart. Let's pay attention to EU a bit. So overall on EU, what I was saying, very, very important level right here. Basically no reaction. So you blasted through the level, we lost it. You retested this level as perfect supply. So 15-minute time frame, as you can see, we tested this level. I was showing this on Sunday in FTA or Sunday Focus. So once again, every single Sunday we are doing these live streams to guide you through the market. So you can basically get access to these insights of traders that we got here. And what I was saying is that we got to move inside this supply zone, perfectly mitigated right here. What I mean by mitigated, if everyone is, or if anyone is wondering, then mitigated means that it was like tested, tapped. So we lost this level. We created this high that was acting as a perfect liquidity. So this was tapped perfectly right here. This is now going to be acting as an internal high. In this case, we could be looking for this level here now, because this becomes an internal low. I currently have 3 funded accounts. I'm using Trade Copier to basically copy the trades from one to another. This is going to be a POI for today on EU. Very likely that we're going to hit this level here. There is even bigger zone right here. So this level is going to be even more significant. Going down to the 4-hour. We are talking basically about this candle right here. This is going to be the zone. This is immediately going to be another one. This one becomes some more basically stronger, same with this one, because we got the naked POC there, which gives you like a pretty nice confluence. just trying to analyze where EU is likely to be going in the upcoming days. If we will do this, this becomes a value area high of the previous range, which can be very, very significant too, or important. This POI is obviously the strongest point. This one and this one. So be aware of this level. This becomes the level number 1, where I'm going to start looking for a choke on 15-minute time frame, then retest, and then potentially go in all the way up again. And can you show us how much % you withdraw from the accounts? How work the payouts? What do you mean by how work the payouts? You mean here on Billions Club? You get payouts throughout the deals. So basically, you create your deal account and you get paid out by deal. That's basically how we work. I haven't got my first payout yet, to be honest, with Billions Club, so. But I can show you the account. Let me just check the trade. But I was showing the dashboard last time, I believe. Thoughts on gold. Okay, let's show gold chart. So as I was saying, this supply very important to reclaim. If you'll be able to, then we are probably looking for this 1894 again for the upcoming days. Overall, I guess you are asking about the local view, local chart. Then I'll be paying attention to this supply once again. It's basically the same supply as on the 4-hour. This one is just more refined. So this is becoming a very important level here. Basically, if you can reclaim this zone, then most likely you are going higher. So I'll be looking for something like this, reclaiming this box, potentially going back down here and then targeting higher, if that makes sense. So on gold, I'm currently more bullish as soon as we are above this demand zone here. So there is not really any big reason why we should feel bearish about the gold. This is definitely going to be a nice confirmation if we can reclaim this high here. But it's not needed. Personally, I wouldn't be surprised if we're gonna get a move down first to this zone here to basically retest this and then come in higher. That would be the thing that I'll be looking for. Locally, as you can see, we are inside this range, right? Locally, we don't have any very, very good trade potential right now as we are speaking, to be honest. This was a nice choke here. Choke on 15 minutes. Please, which indicator you use for marking the naked POCs in TradingView? This one, standard session volume profile, it's this SVP. So you go to indicators, type in SVP, session volume profile. I don't know if this one is the HD one. No, it's not. Like the difference between the HD and the normal one is that the HD is set to... Okay, so in the HD you can actually select the row size. All right, so I didn't know that. Here in SVP I use 148, so here 148, value area volume set to 70, and the width of the box is set to 30%. The HD one gives you more rows, so it's like more precise, kind of, but not all the time. So HD basically looks something like this. Can I do 300 rows? Yes. It's more like smoother one, if that makes sense. But use the standard SVP and it works just fine. 148. To the downside on M15, yes, I'll potentially are looking for a move down. I'm not saying that you get a short it. There is a potential for a short because we swept some liquidity above the high here. So one could say, okay, this becomes a strong zone for a short. It kind of does. The thing is that you should have been entering up here, right? So this should have been our entry. This is your TP, risk to reward 4.5. This trade definitely makes sense. Right now, at this stage, not at all. So this is important level down there, this one. It just really depends if we can hit this level and we can continue lower. That's the question, but I wouldn't be shorting here. I would have been like, this could have been a good short here. Now this is not really, so I will just be patiently waiting for either this level to be hit or this zone to be reclaimed, and then potentially looking for this area as potential demand for a move to the upside. What about BDC? On BDC, I'm being cautious about these highs here. Like this. This is also like a zone of liquidity, these highs. It's not like a huge one, but definitely be aware of it. It can provide some reaction. AUDUSD, I was yesterday looking for some trade out of this zone here for our demand. If I'll show you, then this was the setup right here. basically we tapped into the zone. We almost hit the TP. Then right here. That's how it went. But AUDUSD is still more bullish overall. As you can see, the bias here on the chart, we reclaimed this high. We went to the equilibrium zone, which is around the 05. We went a bit below the 05. So basically in a discount, we got to move to the upside once again to the 05, hitting this demand zone. And now AUDUSD becomes very, how to say, like hard to trade, because right now we gotta wait if this level is gonna be reclaimed or we're gonna break through it. If so, then most likely we are looking for this high here, and this is really where it's gonna decide if it will continue higher from there or we will get a deep rejection. But it's hard to predict like so in advance right now. We just gotta wait for reclaiming this high. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's pay attention to the Forex factory. So today is, what do we got? Tuesday, right? We don't have any huge news coming out today. We got something around 4 p.m., so 2 p.m. UTC time. Is it a major news? No, it's not. So let's say like this, Wednesday, tomorrow, we got a FOMC. So be aware of that. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. UTC time, which means basically 8 p.m. for us. So it really depends from where you are, but basically 6 p.m. UTC time. Be aware of high volatility incoming, most likely around 6:15, I would say 6:10 to 6:15, something like this. That's usually where you get like plenty of liquidity after the FOMC meeting. So be aware of that. It can definitely mess up with your plan, let's say like this. Because sometimes these news for me are unpredictable. Maybe you have a different opinion about this, but I'm not trying to predict the news. I'm just trying to adjust my plan with them, right? So hopefully that makes sense. Alright, so AUD is pushing through this level. BTC also getting some move up. I don't like these equal highs, so we're gonna monitor them together and we'll see how it goes. This is a 5-minute time frame. What about 15? 15 looks more okay, I'd say. We gotta close above this level now, because there could be plenty of liquidity sitting. So okay, seems like we are trying to push through the level. Seems like we're not gonna stop here, which would be obviously nice for us. So any questions, guys, about the current plan that we got? Any questions? Okay, so the 5 minute closed above it, above the level. That is very, very nice. Currently around, the profit is not big at all, around 780, 790. But hopefully this will be a bit higher once we broke through the current highs that we got on the chart. So hopefully you can see that. Yeah, basically around $800 in a profit, with fees around 600. So still okay. It really depends if we can push through these highs now, if we can close above the supplies that we create. I'm not telling you that these supplies are like extremely important, they are not, but they can affect the chart a bit. And if we can do that, then most likely we are going for this liquidity that is up here sitting. But that's really, we just gotta wait and see how it goes. Let me know in the chat who signed up for a Billion Scalp Challenge already, who is in some position, or how it is going on your evaluation account. I'm really interested in that. Let me know if you're on a profit or if you're in some losing streak. I can help you from a psychology perspective how to handle some losing streaks. If you're in a drawdown on the account, I can give you some insights. So let me know. We want to guide you through the whole process so you can pass the challenge and you can start making money with the funded accounts. So someone is saying here in the chat that GU, he's looking at GU chart. Let's check it. Let's check how the GU looks. Okay, so the GU is in a perfect uptrend. That's very nice to see. We are hitting this big demand zone. This one was a very, very strong one. Like this. This becomes now important supply that has to be reclaimed. Which this level becomes very strong. There's going to be plenty of liquidity above the level here. There is a liquidity. This is called inducement. This was also a local structure level. So GU looks more bullish to me. The only question is where could be a potential entry, because this level is mitigated. This level is not like that strong in my opinion. This one right here. This is definitely not the strongest level in the world. But I'll be looking for potentially, you can start looking for something like this, hitting the level, then going higher from here. See how it goes. All right, so this looks now pretty bad on 15-minute time frame. This got rejected pretty nicely. Let me just reload the chart. But we don't have any trade value area. I was thinking about hedging this position. What I mean by that is basically I'm in long, but I could have started hedging this with a short like this. Why is this smart? Well, because sometimes Basically, you're not gonna lose if market is going up or down, and you can hedge these positions pretty nicely sometimes. So you can cover like the unrealized profit that you've lost, and so on. We will definitely do a video here on Billions Club, on the Billions Club Academy about the hedging and how to use this in your advantage, or how to take this potentially in the evaluation phase and so on. So we will definitely gonna be covering this topic. I was in a buy position on GBP JPY yesterday and today hit TP, but I didn't take the trade. You can look the trade. I was in buy position on GBP yesterday and today hit TP, but I didn't take the trade. So you weren't in a trade. You were just looking for a move up. That's GBP JPY. Yesterday, that was right here. Okay, so I guess you are pulling some fib tool. Yes, this was 618 and 66. Okay, so this was the 15-minute demand. Strong one. Okay, now it makes sense. With a fib tool combination. This is a naked POC from yesterday. This level might be retested again. We'll see how it goes, but I wouldn't be surprised if we will get the test of the level again. All right, this level was mitigated. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so BDC, this was mitigated also already. Now it looks like we are trying to close above the level, which would be absolutely perfect, but we still gotta wait 11 minutes for that. Today's stream pretty slow so far, but we don't have any opportunities at all, to be honest. Very hard to find some good trade. Yeah, order block setup. Yes. So that was the demand that we were paying attention to. Let's just ask some traders in the chat how it's going. Waiting for a MetaTrader to load up. Okay, around 820 in the profit right now. just send a screenshot to the Billions Club. Why is it so weird here? All right, so BTC is really pushing to the upside, so let's see how it goes. Overall, the plan still remains the same. I'll be looking for at least this border to be tested. This one. So this supply was partially mitigated already, so it's not going to be big at all. Like, this is where it starts to be a bit tricky. Like, here it's not the easiest level, or we don't have any like clean setup on a chart. So we might use like different tools. For example, here TPO. So this is a 30K level. This is all the way up here. I still think, or I still believe this level is going to be tested eventually. The only question is when. So it's really up to you if you're going to be holding your position for a few days, waiting for a TP to be hit, because most likely they will be hit eventually. Because this high is most likely going to be tested. The question is, are we going up here, or are we going up now from here, or are we going to get another move down? Because there is, for example, pull low created on today's profile, which is likely to be tested again. And then it kind of messes with your plan. So really, like, my plan is to wait for this level. We'll see how it reacts, or we will get a move down now and I'm going to get stopped out. But I'm going to wait here. We'll see if we're going to break through it, or we're going to get a swing failure. If so, then that's basically a point for me where I'm going to be either closing the position and just waiting, or I'm going to close the position and take a short. Or I might start hedging, but it's not really what I do. From 95% of the time, I just close my positions. I don't like hedge so often, but sometimes it is helpful. Are you somehow preparing for next year's BTC halving? No, not at all. I'm not really a fundamental guy. I'm not really saying that it's not going to affect the market. It most likely will, and I should like adjust my investment portfolio a bit to it. But right now, I'm not really actively preparing for it, to be honest. Let's say it like this. So any questions, guys, about the current plan? I think everything should be clear, but just to make sure that you guys understand what I'm looking for. Something is weird with my hairs, guys. Like, I'm the type of guy that I like keep getting these like curly hairs. I should change the haircut, I guess, to look more like a trader. Anyway, let me know how are you doing overall. If everything is going well. I finally got a car last Thursday, as I was saying on stream, so we had plenty of fun with it, to be honest. We had plenty of fun. On Friday, I took like a small trip around the Czech Republic here. Driving quite a lot. I've driven on this car already like 1,500 kilometers, and I have it from last Thursday. I'm planning to go on some quick vacation next like week or two, just to reset my mind a little bit, and then we'll see how it goes from there. But it's always good to give yourself a break for a few days. Oh, someone is asking about the car. What about your whips? I'm great. Yeah, so I got a car. I got a car last Thursday, as I said. It's not that the first. Basically, I had a car for like 2 weeks. Then it got broken. It stopped working. So now I have it back, but it's not the same car. It's basically a different car. It just looks the same. The previous one, the mileage on that car was around 8,500 kilometers. This one, I bought it with like 2,900. So almost a brand new car. So far so good. No problem with that. Hopefully it's gonna remain okay. I believe it will. All right, so we are going very close to this local liquidity level. Same with gold, we are going another push to the upside. So one could say, okay, now this becomes a strong short opportunity. It might be kind of a risky in my opinion, but it could be a potential short on gold. If I were trading gold, I'll be looking for something like this. But this is not a financial advice. Do whatever you want. I just think this is a bit more likely to happen. Is it a high probability trade? No, definitely not. But you could be looking for something like this and it gives you pretty good risk to reward. This is how I think about it. And this is gonna be a supply on a 5-minute time frame. Yes, it is. If you go down to the 1 minute, it's with the liquidity. We are tapping into this supply now. So BPL. Yeah, I'll be looking for something like this on gold if I were trading gold, which I'm not. So that's it basically. Once again, I'm not saying that you should take this position. Once again, it's not a high probability trade and it can definitely reverse down. So keep that in mind. Because overall, you are going against the trend, just to make it clear. And you are bouncing from this 4-hour demand zone, as I was saying. So it's not the best trade in the world. It's just like, if I were looking for something now, I'll be looking for a move down, considering the risk to reward. But it's not the best trade. You don't even have like a 50% probability that it's going to play out. You'll have around 35 on this trade, which is still fine considering the risk to reward, but just to give you the insights how high probability or how not really high probability it is, right? So around $900 right now on BTC. We'll see how it goes. Once again, the plan remains the same. I'll be targeting this high here. We'll see how it goes. Overall, we covered kind of everything that we wanted to. Let me just send a message here. I forgot about something in the morning, so I'm just gonna DM this guy. How much was your risk in BTC? It was 1%. So 1% risk trying to make 2.2. And I know, it's not the best trade, but I had kind of high probabilities on this one, even though we are breaking through an important level and we are going against heavy trend. Yes, I know all of this, and most likely BTC is gonna be going lower. It's either going to be August or September, most likely September. During the summertime, you usually don't have a high volatility, so keep that in mind. But overall, I'm bearish on BTC. It's just like I'm trying to take like a local scalp, if that makes sense. This liquidity level is taken. Same with this one, and basically same with this one. There is a bit unfortunate that we didn't tap this level here, even though it was around 9 p.m. Sunday time. I wasn't trading at this time, so I wouldn't be able to take this trade. But I was saying this level, or showing this level on Sunday left, so you could have been taking some trade out of this zone. So yeah, my risk on BTC was 1%. Let's just monitor right now if we can push above this level and get and break through it. Because if we can't, then I'm gonna start thinking about taking a short if you're gonna create a trade value area, because these two equal highs looks kind of scary, let's say, or they look like they may be reversing this move. So let's just wait if we can hit this level and potentially take some trade out of this zone. But this becomes a very, very important zone now. Basically, this will decide if we can reverse the move or we will continue higher. If you will get the SFP, then I'm fine with taking a 1K profit and just moving forward. So I'll just read the order flow a bit here. All right, so the net longs are heavily going down now. It's kind of weird to see. Someone is taking a big profit here. Shorts are getting stopped out, but there's still room to kick them out for the more. So yeah, like this is still valid. The move into this box. We'll see how it goes. I'm texting with one trader from Czech Republic now on Instagram, and he's watching the stream. He just sent me a photo. So hi mate, nice trade on gold. He took a pretty good scalp in the morning from 1956, you were saying, I guess. No, actually 1953. $1953.6. He was taking this liquidity grab, I guess. Was he? Or maybe he was taking already this move. I'm not 100% sure, but he basically took a trade exactly from this low down there. So congrats to you, mate. This was a nice position. If I were trading this swing failure, then I would definitely be targeting this supply, which would give me 5x to reward. This was a nice position. But once again, I'm not trading gold for last few days, so just staying on sidelines. All right, so we are hitting 11 a.m. UDC. So now we are not expecting big volatility. Market will most likely go sideways in the upcoming hour or two. So we'll see what we can expect next. Well, the plan is still the same. Looking for reclaiming this level. If we can reclaim it, then I'm looking for move all the way up here. And once again, same approach. basically monitoring what's going to be happening there and what we can, or what trade we can potentially take out of this. Gold chart, as I said, more likely to go down again in my opinion, to retest the demand level, but it's not really high probability trade, so keep that in mind. Looking for this box down there. EURUSD, we are still looking for that zone on 4-hour time frame, this demand zone. Basically, if you are buying it here, this is like a no man's zone, right? You don't have a strong support, you don't have a strong resistance. It's really just seeing like how the market is going to react from these levels, and then we'll see how it goes. And AUDUSD, we're paying attention to that uptrending movement. We got a pretty strong bounce out of the demand zone yesterday, 4-hour time frame, but from there it wasn't strong or weak at all. It's once again just waiting how the price is gonna react. Yeah, it's just right now waiting game if you can reclaim this or not. But considering the strong demand, I would be more on a long side and I'll be looking for a move up, filling this fair value gap, but it's not the high probability trade. And I think like this is what you gotta learn. And if we are talking about one thing where I'm really good, it's being patient and being able to wait for the best potential trade. And I know sometimes what can happen, and especially when you are starting out, you watch a lot of like traders, influencers, they are taking plenty of positions, you know, and you have that like FOMO feeling that, okay, I missed out on like a really good opportunity. No, for me, I know my style, I know my strategy, I know my numbers, what I mean by that. I know my win rate, I know my risk to reward average, I know when I should be looking for positions. This keeps me pretty, I would say, calm. And basically I'm able, by using this or by doing this, I'm able to wait for the best potential trade, best potential position. All right, I'm gonna collapse today's stream, I guess, because right now we just gonna be waiting basically for the opportunity to come, then we can execute. Remaining long on BTC, I'm thinking about moving stop loss to break even, but I'm definitely gonna keep you updated about my every single step that I will do. So join Discord. I will let you know about my take profit, about my stop loss. Once I execute or once I do some decision on BTC, I will let you know. So you'll be updated about my plan. Alrighty, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining. Let me know what you think about these streams. Let me know if this helps you and if you want us to do more of them. This is it for today. And don't forget about signing up to Billions Club, because we started last week. We got a pretty good feedback. We got some like technical issues from the start with the like coupon code, but you know, that just happened. So we fixed everything. Visit our website. You can sign up for a challenge and you can start your trading journey. We are here to help you. We are here to guide you through the whole process. So feel free to DM me. You can DM me on a Discord. You can DM our team on Discord. We are here to help you. We are here to give you the education and basically everything needed to become a profitable trader. So don't forget about it. If you need any help hand, then we are here. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you